This is a weird time, no doubt about it. You guys have seen Russia and Saudi Arabia fighting each other over what oil prices should be. And to be quite honest, it's what a lot of it is geopolitical posturing, because right now Saudi Arabia needs oil to be around $70, $65 a barrel to be profitable. Russia needs oil to be in the mid 40s, and the US needs a little higher than that. Oil's down at what, $10? Like a weekend ago they were paying you, futures contracts were paying people to take oil from them. Everybody's in a bad spot here. Nobody's going to come out. Everybody's going to come out looking really bad from this. Check this out. This just came through the wire today. Oil company Shell slashes dividend for the first time since World War II. Royal Dutch Shell is a publicly traded stock, and it has been known as an aristocrat stock because it has consistently either held or raised dividends for, I think it's either 20 or 25 years, and it's always known to never cut dividends and always pay dividends. But as this corona thing has happened and travel has basically stopped, you're now seeing this come across. Net income attributed to shareholders on a current cost of supplies basis and excluding identifiable items, which is used as a proxy for net profit, came in at $3 billion. That's a lot of jazz words if you don't understand what this. It's coming in much lower. The board at Shell said it had decided to reduce the oil's major first quarter dividend to 16 cents per share, down from 47 cents at the end of 2019, a reduction of 66%. Shares of Shell dropped to the bottom of the European benchmark. Now, okay, also, now that's major oil. That's going, Shell isn't the only one. You're going to see BP, Chevron, all of them do this very soon. It's not just the major oil guys. This is really, really hurting the fracking shale guys. Exclusive, Chesapeake Energy preparing bankruptcy filing. If you pay attention to this one is a huge punch in the stomach. While we're not surprised, because the shale, the fracking guys are leveraged out the wazoo because they have to be. That's just the nature of that beast. Chesapeake Energy Corp, the oil and gas exploration and production company that was at the forefront of the past 10 years of U.S. shale boom, is preparing a potential bankruptcy filing as it grapples with an unprecedented rout in energy prices. People familiar with the matter said on Wednesday. You guys, it's bad. It's bad. And then to add on, not that it matters now because, I mean, who cares? Price is what, $10 a barrel? But just so you know, the Saudi Arabian Navy is coming in hot. 28 Saudi oil tankers could send U.S. prices crashing in May. So there are 28 oil tankers that belong to Saudi Arabia. And there's a map, actually. I saw this map the other day. I guess I don't see it right now. There are oil tankers sitting all across the world in the ocean, just sitting there. They're just sitting there. There's not enough demand. The oil is just sitting on these boats because typically it's moving all around and being put on the boats, taken off. Well, all these thousands of boats were moving around the world, and then this stuff just stopped. Now you got these boats filled with oil. It says here, with the reducing global oil demand by devastating numbers, oil shortages are quickly filling the U.S., forcing producers to start shutting output in the country and creating a big tanker congestion on its coasts. The Saudi fleet, with oil loaded at Ras Tanura, will join an existing congestion of 76 tankers that are currently waiting to unload in U.S. ports. Most of these tankers are on the west coast, where 34 are waiting in line to offload about 25 million barrels. In addition, about 31 tankers carrying a similar load are waiting for a slot to unload in the U.S. Gulf Coast. Oh my gosh, so much oil that nobody needs or wants. And don't forget this, as if this wasn't concerning enough, we're coming right into the mix of hurricane season. Hurricane season gets really, really hot and heavy. June, July, August. Let's hope nothing bad happens. That would be absolutely terrible. But let me read this to you. Here's some things to consider, okay? So firstly, we can do this on our own. We don't need Saudi Arabia to destroy our own oil industry. There's still almost zero demand. for oil right now worldwide, even though the U.S. is exporting. Some states are opening up a little, but still massive amounts of population just staying at home. There's no need for this oil, so go ahead, dump it on the market. It's not big deal. All right, big deal. But the crazy part is that for some reason on the stock market, Brent crude prices are still rallying up. It makes no sense. In fact, a lot of what's going on doesn't make sense to me. The one thing that also doesn't make sense is, with all this excess of oil, why are gas prices not plummeting equally? They're going down a little bit, but you would expect it to be far under $1 right now. I'm sure a lot of that has to do with taxes, but regardless of what's going on, worst case scenario, even if they were to dump it, good luck, because we have to store this oil somewhere. So, okay, you've got 28 tankers of oil. What are you going to do with it? Sell it? Drop it to 1 penny a barrel? Nobody can buy it or store it. So what they're doing right now is really, the truth of the matter is, these things are just acting as glorified storage containers. Nobody's going to win here. Russia's not going to win. U.S. isn't going to win. Saudi's not going to win. Venezuela's not going to win. Hell, Venezuela is an oil-rich nation that can't sell its oil. So, yeah. This is it's a very bizarre situation. Shale oil, the whole industry of shale and fracking is about to go completely kaput because it just can't sustain itself with all the debt it has. U.S., Russia, and Saudi, they're all playing this geopolitical game, but all of them, whether they admit it to each other or not, know that it's completely unsustainable. There was this last little interesting bit here. Trump could use nuclear option to make Saudi Arabia pay for oil war. President Trump is considering all options available to him to make the Saudis pay for the oil price war, as the crash that followed has done significant damage to the oil industry. Basically what he would do, tariffs. He would just tariff the shit out of anybody that brings oil from outside the USA. And, whether you like tariffs or hate them, that is the nuclear option. It's right there, right? It's the nuclear option. So, here's the fact of the matter, though. Bottom line, back to this guy. I'll just tell you what his final word is. I'll read it to you because he sums it up pretty well. Now is the time to invest in nuclear fusion, the holy grail of energy. Now is the time to expand global energy storage and electrical vehicle infrastructure. Now is the time to invest in carbon capture, storage, and utilization. Now is the time to build high-voltage power lines that can bring clean energy from regions of abundance to areas of scarcity. Now is the time to repurpose fossil fuels for advanced new materials and food solutions. And now is the time to ramp up green hydrogen. This is something that we as Americans, not Republicans, Democrats, liberal, conservative, we got to come together. Everybody knows that this fossil fuel thing is not that clean. Everybody knows that the fossil fuel thing is not a great deal for geopolitical, our relations around the world. Everybody knows that this is not a long-term sustainable plan. If the whole thing is crashing around us, why not make that huge push forward? We just need some leadership that's willing to do it. So anyway, I just wanted to put this one in front of you so you guys could have an idea of what's going on. That's all I got for you right now.